Welcome, Pleasant Community. This is the second community update regarding our Healthy Restart. And the goal of these updates is to inform our families of the plans that we currently have in place. Having said that, we do remind our community that a lot can change between now and August. And as a district, we will adjust and adapt to our state needs as well as our community needs. Last week, we shared with you the rollout of our plan, and within that plan, there are two options that are available to families. One option, so option one is to come back to school as typical. There is a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C that we will potentially transition from throughout the school year based upon the levels that are of the needs within our community and within our county on the severity of the spread of COVID. So plan A is face-to-face with safety precautions. Plan B is a hybrid model where students would come to school every other day. And then plan C is a remote option. So that's all within option one that our community can choose to participate in. If our families do not feel comfortable with the safety precautions that we've been able to put in place based upon the reality of our situation, then we do have an option two, which is remote learning. Option two is a virtual learning experience for any family that's preferring this online option. So tonight, what I'd like to do is take an opportunity to tell you a little bit more about option two. Option two, we have a website here that I will navigate to that will showcase to you some of the details that we have for that model. You'll see here that we believe that this option is most ideal for students who are concerned about their health conditions during the COVID. We also think that this option would be a good option for families, maybe based upon their work schedule or just based upon the daily needs of their family. They're not liking that on a day-to-day basis we may have to transition from plan A to plan B to plan C, and so they want a more consistent plan for them. And then we've also noticed that during the remote situation that we had in spring, that we do have some students who thrive in an environment outside of traditional classrooms. So if that meets your needs, then we would ask you to maybe take a look at this option for your family. So the Pleasant Virtual option is for children who are choosing to remain at home 100% of the time. And we have two different options you'll see here. We have the Pleasant Virtual Platform option one and the Pleasant Virtual Platform option two. And currently, we do not have an exact selection of which one of those options it will be, because those two options will be based upon numbers of each grade level and available staff. So therefore, we're asking our families to make a commitment so that we can begin to move forward and decide which option we'll be able to specifically offer. Whether you choose option one or option two to be remote, if you choose to be remote, and whether we go with whichever option or whichever platform we choose, we want you to know that there are some consistencies in both of those options. So those consistencies are, number one, whether we have to go with option one or we go with the platform two, that your student would be enrolled in Pleasant. In which either one, they would not come to any of our school buildings. Next, they can participate in our extracurricular activities. We are also asking for 1 semester of commitment. So if at the end of the first semester you decide that this is an option that you want to continue, then you can re-enroll in the second semester. If it's something that you feel like is not a good option for your family, then you could return to school and participate in our option one, which is plan A, B, and C. Either platform that we choose, your students will earn grades and attendance will be taken. So that is vital for you to know that regular attendance will be expected and required. Therefore, we will need parent support in either one of these options. And your child, upon successful completion of the semester or at the end of the year, would earn credit and if they have completed a full year, they would advance to the next grade level. If they come at the end of the semester and return back to option one, then they would just enroll, continue in option one, and then assuming that they're successful at the end of that second semester, again, they would earn credit and would advance to the next grade level. Regardless of which option or which platform we choose, they would follow all policies and procedures and rules and regulations that we have within within the Pleasant Local School Handbook. And it will be, whichever platform that we choose, it will be overseen by Pleasant administration, and by Pleasant staff will have the opportunity to be a part of that to support your child. The Pleasant virtual option for platform number one involves an online curriculum, and some of the standards that will be taught within that curriculum will follow the same pacing as Pleasant's. At the same time, we can't guarantee that will be exactly the same for the entire school year or for the semester, but they will be exposed to all of Ohio's learning standards, but it would be potentially at a different pace and in a different order. Pleasant's virtual platform number two is the students would be enrolled in the same classes as their peers, and it would be taught by the same teachers as the students who are attending face-to-face. So in order for us to be able to move forward, we will need our students and our parents to register. And so the next steps, you'll see here that we have a registration tab for us. And so you'll see that we have outlined the steps that we need for parents to take. And simply by clicking over on the right where it says click here to register, you'll see what you're committing to, and I'm not going to read that to you. You can take a look at that, but you'll see what that contract involves, and you'll have your student name, the grade level, the parent name, your child's date of birth, the address. If you have a second address, a parent phone number, an email, a second email if you have that, and then you would simply click submit. There are some important dates that we want to make sure that you're aware of for this. So as you'll see here, Thursday, the 16th, which is today, is when the applications become available for you to submit to online. You'll also see that next Thursday, the 23rd, we intend to have a frequently asked questions section added to this website, and that will be designed to help you make a better decision. Right now, we've had a lot of people send us some questions to our building principals, and we are in the work right now of creating that FNQ for you to be able and answer your questions. So if you have some questions specifically, we would appreciate it if you would email our building principals, and you'll see that each of these are a live link that you can click and send an email, and then we will make sure that your question gets answered on the frequently asked question page. On Wednesday, July 29th is when we're asking parents to have made their decision if they want to be a part of option two. Please know that if you say, you know what, we're comfortable, we feel good with the plan that Pleasant has in place, and we're going to send our children back to school, then you're committing to option one, and there is no registration or application or anything for you to do. Just simply send your child to school. However, if you think that you're not sure that the plan that we have in place will fit your child's needs or your family's needs, then we would ask for you to make sure that you fill out the registration for this option two, which is for Pleasant's virtual platform. As always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give us a call. All of this information can be found and located under our district website under the Healthy Restart Plan. Thank you for all of your continued support, and go Spartans.